Hello friends, today we are going to see about the Walden rule. So before we are going to see about the Walden rule, we should know what do you mean by kappa naught. Kappa naught is the equivalent conductance at infinite dilution, which is equal to the equivalent conductance at infinite dilution of cation and equivalent conductance of infinite dilution of anions. Okay, so this ion conductance at infinite dilution of cation and anion summation is known as equivalent conductance at infinite dilution. So Stokes law. So the Stokes law will give the relationship between the viscosity and conductance, and it interpreted that the product of kappa naught eta naught means viscosity, okay, this will be always a constant. So the formula for the Stokes law is F is equal to 6 pi eta R U. So what is U? U is the steady velocity. When an ion is moving in a solution, it will be moving with a particular velocity, constant velocity, that is known as steady velocity. R is the radius of the ion which is moving through it and through the medium, and the eta is viscosity, okay, and F is the force applied. So for a particular ion, R may be regarded as a constant. So whether the ionic size for all the types of ions will be same, it is not like that. For example, it will be differing according to the size of the ions and the atomic number and ionic radii, etc. So we will be seeing it in detail in the forthcoming slides. So here the Stokes law, it mainly consider about the ions of large size. So whenever the ion is of large size, when it is dissolved in the solvent like water or any other solvents, so it will get solvated. You know what you mean by solvated. Solvated means the ions get surrounded by the water molecules. So whenever the ion is in free ion size and the ion solvated will not have much difference. For example, if you can consider that an elephant. So what is the size of the elephant? If some 100 ants, okay, ant or any other flies are get accumulated or get sitting on the body of the elephant. Now whether the size of the elephant will get varied or will get differentiated, or it will get increased variably. No, it will not get increased variably. The size will be remaining as such. In same way, when you are considering a large size ion, when the solvent molecules solvated this ion, even though the solvent molecules will be like a small ant or flies which is sitting on the elephant, so in same way the solvated ion will be also having the same size as that we have noted in the free ion. Okay, so this Stokes rule is mainly considered with the large size ions. So in large size ions, it will not get the ionic radii will not get varied when it is in free or when it is in solvated. So what is the based on this Stokes law only, the Walden started interpreting the influence of solvent on ion conductance. So here the Walden has found the product of equivalent conductance and viscosity of the solvent, and he found that this value is constant. Okay, so lambda naught eta naught is equal to constant. Now the value for tetraethyl ammonium iodide. Here you should note a point. This tetraethyl ammonium iodide is a large size ion. Okay, he used this electrolyte in different solvents, and he found that kappa naught eta naught value is constant for different solvents: methanol, acetone, methyl cyanide, methyl nitrile, dichloroethane. In this way, he has found the kappa naught eta naught value for many solvents for the electrolyte tetraethyl ammonium iodide, and it found to be more or less constant. Okay, and he also recorded the value at 25 degrees Celsius. So you may note that why the value is not varied very much. The main reason is the tetraethyl ammonium iodide, the tetraethyl ammonium cation will be larger in size. So when it is solvated, its size will not vary appreciably. In same way, he started recording the kappa naught eta naught, that is the product of ion conductance and viscosity for various electrolytes, ions, for various cations and anions in different solvents. Here you can note a point. Okay, so here you can see for this tetraethyl ammonium and the picrate and perchlorate, the value will not vary much. And also you should note in some other ions in the water. Okay, whenever you are using water as a solvent in sodium ions and potassium ions and in silver ion, the value will be somewhat slightly higher. Okay, in all the other solvents more or less equal or more or less constant, okay, or nearby. Okay, I will give the reason why in water these ions have appreciably high value. Okay, so in the next video I will be giving the reason. Now you can see, so as you have known that the Stokes law will obey only for the ions with larger size. So as you know, if you go through the slide again, you can see the picrate, perchlorate, tetraethyl ammonium cations will have the lambda, the kappa naught, eta naught value constant because they are larger in size, and the solvent molecules which even after get solvated by the solvent molecule, their size will not vary appreciably. So they are having kappa naught, eta naught value constant. That is the product of viscosity and conductance constant. So next, so here you can see, so the same thing is have been discussed here. So I will be providing you the PowerPoint slide also. So the Stokes law will be applicable only for the larger ions. For smaller ions there may be some variation, and the Stokes law may not hold good for smaller ions, both cation and anion. Okay, whenever you are using the electrolytes with smaller cations and anions, the kappa naught, eta naught value cannot be expected as a constant. Okay, and also Lammer, okay, he carried out the same calculations for different electrolytes or various salts in mixture of light water and heavy water. So here he found that the result is not approximate, sorry, the result is approximate but it is not exact.